Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD. In the last episode, we took care of a few story things, played around a bit in the Purified Chamber, and didn't really get all that much done. I got a lot done between episodes, however, including doing areas 3 and 4 of Mount Battle, from which we got Shockwave and Facade, STMs, as well as a bunch of Poke Coupons. And we also got some levels as well, including some new moves on some of our Pokemon. Nothing new on actually all three of those, but Vaporeon did learn Aurora Beam. I decided to replace Quick Attack with Aurora Beam, and then Breloom learned Sky Uppercut. And I figured since we weren't really using Mach Punch all that much, since we have Brick Break, I went and replaced Mach Punch with Sky Uppercut. And aside from that, we're at level 37 to 38 on basically all of our Pokemon now, so we're getting up there. But I did think of something else that we can do before we go to Realgam Colosseum and challenge that, and that is come back here to Dr. Kaminko's mansion. Now, there was a battle with the Robo-Groudon again, which I was initially going to just cut out and not show, but decided after doing the battle that I wanted to just show it off anyways, so I will include that somewhere in this episode, maybe in the beginning, maybe at the end, but I do have the footage of that, so there won't be any commentary on it, obviously, because I wasn't recording anything while I was playing it. Anyways, welcome to the basement. Oh wait, do you have to take the stairs? I think you have to take the stairs. We want to get up to the higher level up there. Oh, here's something. Battle CD 23. Now I know that some of the battle CDs will just start popping up here after certain story events, so it definitely is worth your time to come back and check in after you've done major things in the story. So I'm trying to figure out, are the stairs not in this room? They might not be, actually. Let's try going to the right here. That does not have... Oh, wait, no, it does have stairs. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. Because these stairs will put us up on this level. And so we have these cranes. Can we not access these? I was about to say. Oh, okay. I think the red crane over there is on the other side. It's a little bit hard for me to see. You might be able to see it a little bit easier. Yeah, because you see, the crane for the yellow one kind of looks like it's where the red one should be. Yeah, let's take the green one. So this is a maze of sorts. Is the pink one on this side? Yeah. So we will be able to probably pick up another battle CD here. Yep, battle CD 11. Alright, we can take the cyan one. It's not an overly complicated maze, but it is there. Battle CD 5. This one will take us over to this treasure chest, which is actually probably the biggest reason I wanted to come down here. Is in this treasure chest is stacks of white paper. But what they really are Jovi's random diary. So we get to read some of Jovi's diary entries, and these will also get updated as you progress throughout the game. So now she's talking about the Pokemon HQ lab, talking about how she'll find out first. So obviously that one was from before we infiltrated that lab. Okay, a red Pokemon and a blue one. So now she's talking about the Robo Pokemon. Jovi's not sure if that's true. Jovi bets Chodin won't let Jovi... those two together would be absolutely insufferable. This entry is written in a different style than Jovi's. Oh, okay, this is Jovin. This is Jovi's diary. Jovin is not allowed to write in this. And then Candy's a good singer. Alright, so this is from OMBS. So that is Jovi's diary. I think from here we can take the blue one back and then take the yellow one to finally get to where the red one is. And I think that will be the entire maze. So I chose wisely and completed this all in one circuit. So it looks like another battle CD. This one is 29. So now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to head to Realgam Colosseum. So I will meet you guys there. Alright, so I'm back here at Realgam Colosseum. It has been a while since we have come here. Now, we have actually quite a few more battle CDs now, especially since we picked up so many of them in Dr. Kaminko's basement. But I will hold off on doing those for a while. I suppose what I could do... I don't think my Pokemon have been healed up since we battled the Robo-Groudon, so I can do that for one, and then we could also maybe shop for a few things and pick up a few more healing items before we go into the Colosseum. And I think after we do the Colosseum battle, we have a few Pokemon that are ready to be purified. That was another thing that happened in between episodes. So you can see we have 2 or 3 of them already ready to go, and 2 more that are very close that are probably going to be ready to be purified by the time I walk to the challenge reception. But we'll take care of those after the Colosseum. Thinking about entering Colosseum battles, you should stock up on items. Hey, that's exactly what I'm doing. Alright, they have TMs. And that's about it. Great, we have actually plenty of revives. Actually, I don't know if these are really worth our money. That was kind of an underwhelming stock that you have there. We have 2 soda pops, 4 super potions, 8 hyper potions. I think we're in decent enough shape to take on the Colosseum. So I'm not going to go out and buy anything, but I will definitely stock up on some healing items like lemonades and soda pops before we go to Dark Isle. But yeah, maybe I'll do some more battle bingo, and speaking of which, there are those 2 Pokemon. But I'll do some battle bingo and some of the battle sims maybe after we beat the main story. Just because we're kind of taking care of some of the odds and ends of grinding and getting our levels up, taking some of the challenges that we haven't done yet. But I don't really want to break up the story too much, because I know this is kind of a bit of filler, so I do want to get on to doing Dark Isle, because that's going to take a while. Could do like an over-under on how many episodes I think it will take. But this is Realgam Colosseum. It actually looks pretty darn cool. And you can see there's actually a sizable crowd here. But this is going to be interesting because the Pokemon that we're facing here, as I've said before, are all level 40. So they're going to be slightly higher leveled than us. At least for the time being. But we're close enough leveled that we don't have to worry as much about being significantly weaker than them, so this is not the easiest switch. I'd like to switch from the Claydol, but the fact that Celio's on the field doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence, although it's I'm probably going to outspeed the Celio, so you know what? I'll probably just keep Houndoom on. Celio's not a very fast Pokemon. We'll see how this works out. This might end up being bad. Yeah, Houndoom's actually pretty fast. Something that I always have to remember when I'm using it, although I was about to say, Swallow has good special defense, so that did not do quite a lot of damage. But at least we got that burn, so we can take it out in at least one more flamethrower. He's sending out Donphan next. That's not a good look for really either of our Pokemon on the field right now. I'm going to switch out Houndoom, since Houndoom's really not going to be able to do quite as much this turn. And we'll swap in Vaporeon. And then in the meantime, I'm going to have Ampharos finish off the Swalot. Should have no problem doing that. Even though its special defense is pretty high. This is a Stab Thunderbolt. There we go. And he has one more Pokemon, which is Soul Rock. That's a Rock Psychic type. Sure, go ahead, use Defense Curl. It's not going to help you. I suppose I will just keep my current Pokemon out here. Solrock's not going to resist Thunderbolt. This guy's thing seems to be using Defense Curl. He really seems to like it. But both of my Pokemon are special attackers, so I really don't care all that much. But yeah, we're starting to see Water Pulse fall short. of dealing quite enough damage to take out Pokemon. Ooh, use Roll Out. Glad it missed. But if we had a little bit more power behind us, we could definitely take it out. One hit. Okay, so Roll Out is a Rock-type move, and it does more damage if it's used in succession. So if you use it repeatedly, you know, the second time it'll do more damage, the third time it'll do more damage. So basically, if you like spamming moves, this is the move for you. But if there's one good thing about Colosseum battles, is that you get healed up in between rounds. That's why I wasn't quite as worried about not having as many healing items. That was a good level up for Ampharos. 4 additional HP, and then +3 to special defense. So that's finally over 100, or at 100, but it's in the triple digits. Not a bad first fight. We are still at a little bit of a level disadvantage, but that's kind of why I wanted to do some of these challenges like Mount Battle and the Colosseum, so we could get some experience and not be a little underleveled, because we're gonna need the levels going into Dark Isle, because we'll get, you know, some levels there for sure, because there's a lot of battles. But the levels do ramp up pretty quickly there. So just having the head start will be nice as well. Plus it'll make, you know, the actual Dark Isle regular battles easier. It's mostly the bosses that I'm worried about, but hey, it'll give us a little bit more of an edge when it comes to the other fights. Alright, so we can take out Mawile pretty easily. Ampharos is not going to be a really great choice here, just because Rhydon's on the field. It probably has Lightning Rod for its ability. And so we're not going to be able to do all that much damage to the Rhydon with either of Houndoom or Ampharos. So switch, definitely necessary to take out the Rhydon quickly. Plus, possibly resist something that it might throw out at us. Alright, this next Pokemon is a Vigoroth, which is a normal type. It's using Rock Slide probably on Houndoom. Yep, that hurt quite a bit. Oh, okay, so that move hits both Pokemon in double battles. Alright, so we can probably just go for Strong Arming the Vigoroth, and then... Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna double team the Rhyhorn, because I think the last time we encountered something similar, I think it was a Donphan. We didn't take it out with just one Water Pulse, so I think we're gonna do that just because I'm not confident. Oh wow! So actually, you know what? Maybe Houndoom not such a bad choice. Taking on that Rhyhorn. Although actually we do have the Black Glasses equipped on it, so probably why that did so much damage as it did. So let's see what his last Pokemon is. Relicanth. Okay, yeah, that's not really the best look for our current team. I'm definitely going to switch out Houndoom. Breloom being the obvious choice. The question is, what do I want to do with Vaporeon's turn? Relicanth is a Water Rock type, so Breloom will be able to deal with it pretty easily, so I suppose I should probably start working on the Vigoroth. And I'll go with Ice Beam. Vigoroth is going for Slash. It did not get a critical hit. Slash is a move that has an increased chance of getting critical hits. So on a Pokemon like Vigoroth, definitely a really good choice. Alright, Relicanth is going for Body Slam. Also on Vaporeon. So Vaporeon not looking in the best of conditions. I'm fairly confident in Breloom to be able to take out Yeah, I'm gonna do that because Vaporeon really can't do all that much to Relicanth. Alright, this might be Vaporeon fainting. Yep. Alright, I suppose in Vaporeon's absence, let's send out Claydol. Yeah, it's close to getting a level, so it can use the experience. Oh man, that did take it out. Wow. Alright, this is not the best look for us. Although, I mean, we still have quite a few Pokemon to go, so I'm not too worried, but it is a bit troubling. Don't want to go for the Earthquake, so I'll do Psychic. Ooh, okay, so I believe Vigoroth is using the move Focus Punch, which basically means it takes a turn to charge up. And it's really powerful, but if you get hit while you're charging the move, then it won't activate and your next turn will be wasted. So we should be able to see that in action. Alright, Houndoom actually grew a level. Now that's a pretty even stat spread there. Claydol should get a level once we finish off this Vigoroth. There you go, you can see it losing its focus and not being able to attack, so it's gonna get off one more slash, but we should be able to take that just fine. That'll be the end of this battle. This one costs a little bit more trouble than the first fight, but we are getting good experience here, so I'm only going to do this once. You definitely can, you know, do repeat challenges of this, get more experience. It's a good place to do it, but I think I won't just for the sake of time, because I've already spent a lot of time grinding at Mount Battle. Because in between recordings, I must have spent like nearly an hour. Because I had to also do Area 1 in order to unlock Area 4. Because you have to do all 3 of the first areas. It makes sense, but it's something that we hadn't actually done. Because when we came here to do Mount Battle, it wasn't actually the challenge. It was just talking to Vander, basically. So we went through like 3 trainers and then got to talk to him. But yeah, so that took up a little bit more time as well, so Gligar is ground flying, which means it's still immune to electric type moves, which means we're not going to be able to hit it with Ampharos, so I think I will use Thunderbolt on Cast Form, and then we'll just go for a Feint Attack. So otherwise we'd have to do like a lot of switching if we wanted to get favorable type matchups. Just not really worth it. Looks like this is probably a weather-based team. Castform actually doesn't have a transformation for Sandstorm, which is interesting. Weather Ball changes though. Weather Ball is a move that changes its type based on the current weather. As you can see, it was a rock type move because of Sandstorm. You know, cue Darude Sandstorm reference here. Oh boy, that was... yeah. So we got in good damage on Cast Form and Gligar for that matter. We can definitely take out Gligar before Cast Form moves, but I think Ampharos moved last. So Houndoom might be in trouble from another Weather Ball. Actually, we shouldn't be using Ampharos so much because it's already level 39. Actually, no, it did move first. Okay, so we're good. Here's the only thing. So, Dotrio, definitely a bad look for Ampharos. Alright, I'm gonna keep Houndoom in so we can take care of that Cacturn. I know it's going to be at risk of fainting, but it's probably going to move first so we can get that knockout fairly expediently. And then we'll swap out Ampharos for Vaporeon. Alright, Dugtrio's using Uproar. Ah! It's unfortunate. Oh yeah, I forgot how fast Dugtrio is. Well, we do have Breloom. Breloom could use Mega Drain on Dugtrio, I suppose. We might not be able to finish this in one more turn. Oh boy, Cacturne's going to double team. Alright, Sandstorm is still going. It's going to affect everyone except... Well, actually, it's not going to affect either of them. So I believe Cacturne has an ability that prevents it from taking Sandstorm damage. Alright, so... Oh, actually, yeah, we can use Breloom against the Dark type on Cacturne, and that will be super effective. So we can do that, and then Ice Beam will actually be super effective against Dugtrio, so we can do that, and we'll see how much damage we can put in this turn. Alright, cool, that took Cacturne out no problem. It is nice having your sweepers in reserve. And that took out Dugtrio, so boom. One more turn. And that's it for the semifinals. I thought it was a perfect combo. Definitely wasn't bad. I'll give you that. But here's our final battle against some NPC. Malix. Oh, he is a user of bird-type Pokemon. Although technically they're flying types, but I think flying type used to be called bird, and then they ended up changing it, so... It's always with a themed team. Ampharos, definitely a great choice. Electric, Ice-type moves are also really great. I'm going to switch in Vaporeon here, because it has Ice-type moves, and then... I'm going to go for Swallow, because I think Murkrow is a little bit more fragile. Because we won't get Stab on Ice Beam. Oh, okay, Swallow... they are both going for Sky Attack, which means we will need to outspeed them and take them out within one turn. Sky Attack is a flying type move. I think is 140 power. You have to charge up the turn before, which means you'll, be able to see that it's coming. But yeah, you don't want to get hit by this boom, because it sucks to get hit by it. So, I'm going to check my Pokemon speeds and see which one's faster. Oops. 64, 62. Vaporeon is faster. Only slightly. Depending on how fast his Pokemon is, we might be in trouble. Although, luckily for us, Murkrow does not have its evolution. Honchkrow at this point. So otherwise, we could really be in trouble. Alright, let's do that. And it's getting off the Sky Attack. So we'll get to see what it looks like. It looks really cool. But yeah. It did over 100 damage to Vaporeon. And it wasn't even super effective. So that seems to be its entire gimmick, is just trying to use Sky Attack. So it's definitely going to be in our best interest to KO his Pokemon very quickly. Ow, great. it's probably going to get that attack off. Oh boy. Well, Vaporeon might be in trouble. Ampharos will resist it since it's electric, but we're probably not gonna... Yeah, we're probably in trouble. Yep. It's faster than us. Wait, what? Vaporeon doesn't have like a focus sash on. Did it just do less damage or something? I am confused as to why Vaporeon survived that. Also, Ampharos is now level 40. We have been using it quite a bit. So it's probably going to be benched in the future. Now, Skarmory actually went for agility, and it didn't actually end up mattering because we took it out in one hit. But if it had used Sky Attack, then we might have been in trouble again. Really, aside from taking 2 Sky Attacks, he didn't really do much. Oh yes, bird Pokemon are very awesome. Now, flying types can be pretty good. Just have to make sure you watch out for double weaknesses. Anyways, congratulations for winning your challenge. With a marvelous run of battles, we get quite a bit of prize money, so definitely a good reason to take on the Colosseum, but we also get TM49. So, let's go to our TMs. Oh, that's Snatch? Huh. Okay. I'm definitely confident that Giga Drain is one of the rewards for beating Realgam Colosseum, but it might not be the first reward. Well, it's definitely not the first reward. I was obviously mistaken. So I'm going to look that up in between episodes, because if that's the case, I do want to get that TM and teach Giga Drain to Breloom. So I might do another thing where I do an off-screen round of Colosseums, provided that I can access it quickly. Like if it's the second prize, then I definitely want to do that. So I will check that out in between episodes. And so I won't do another Realgam Colosseum challenge on screen, but I might do one off screen because I do want to get that move. Anyways, in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon XD, I'll fill you in on what I ended up doing, and we'll probably take on areas 5 and 6 of Mount Battle before we go to Dark Isle. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon XD. I've been redxparasite, signing out.